Hi, I'm Karen.
And I'm Gina, and we're going to be introducing and interviewing our digital partner, Irene. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi everybody. Hi, you two look awesome today, by the way.
Thank you, so do you.
We all look great. We are one big family. Hi everybody. My name is Irene, and I live in the rolling hills of Cheshire with my husband Dan and my two beautiful children, Emily and Noah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Yeah, you're our neighbours. You're not far away from us.
No.
What was it that brought you into this digital business?
So basically, for 19 years, I'd worked in radio. So I was a radio presenter, did a little bit of TV as well. And then I went on to write a book. And so you might be wondering why. Well, the reason, I guess, is because for a number of reasons. When I was younger, I worked really hard. So from the age of 10, I used to work on a milk round.
Same as you.
Yes. You know, everything I've ever done in life, I've always had to work ridiculously hard to achieve. So I didn't mind doing that. That was great. But I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mum. So when we had Emily and Noah, at that time, my husband, Dan, was a mortgage advisor, great job. And he got made redundant because the marketplace crashed and literally we just spiraled into debt and we just struggled to put food on the table. You know the story. I think we've all been there at one point or another. And it was at that point where I thought, you know, I couldn't go back to work because of the kids. So from that point moving forward, I always knew whatever I was doing had to be flexible around the children.
Yeah.
So that was when I first became an entrepreneur. Did that answer your question, or did I just
Yeah, it did.
It's the reason, same as you, isn't it?
Yes.
That's why we wanted to do it, to be able to be flexible and to be able to have time more at home rather than other way around.
I know, just like you, I have tried lots of different things because I wanted to be a stay-at-home, especially the last few years. What would you say then, if you've been in different businesses, why do you think that our business is one of the best to be in?
Well, so for me, it is a no-brainer. And the reason I say that is because the reason I became involved in our particular business, why we're business partners, we work together, is because I was poorly. And when I was poorly, I couldn't get out of the house, I couldn't talk. So when I had my book or my other businesses or I was doing radio, it was game over. If I wasn't out working physically, then I simply wasn't earning. But what I could do was still scroll through Facebook, which was how I came across this business. So the reason why I believe this works so much differently and better is because it's all online and it's automated. So it works while you're sleeping. For example, us guys, we had over 200 people join us last night while we were all in bed. Yeah. So it was the fact that, one, it was automated, two, in my other businesses, I had to do a lot of selling. So it was like, to me matey, do you want a cream? Or, you know, or do you want to, so I was either pushing products or I was handing out leaflets or I was doing events at the weekend or product launches in that particular business. And so for me, none of that happens in this. This is we become the hunted rather than the hunters. Yeah. And what I mean by that is that business comes to us as opposed to us going out trying to get it.
Yeah, which is like you said, because you saw an advert on Facebook, which then you went to check it all out, not the other way around, people trying to get you to come and check it out. So why did you click on the advert? Was it like capturing? What made you want to like click on it and check it all out?
I think the particular advert I seen said life is getting expensive nowadays, and I was like, yep. And then it said there's no job security, and I was like, yep. And it said we have a solution. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to check this out, because at the end of the day, I've got nothing to lose, and I couldn't get out of the house to earn money. So I had to find something that would work from my phone or my laptop, and also that somebody who's a complete novice could do.
Yeah.
So, you know, and it said no experience needed. So I was like, brilliant, I'm in.
So when you did join, what did you think about the training? Did you find it easy? Did you find it hard? like me, you know, Gina found it easier because she's younger, she's more techie.
But you still found it like step-by-step modules. You still found it, if you went step-by-step and followed the videos, which it has, you were able to do it.
So did you find it easier to do that?
Yeah, Gina's absolute whiz, man. I mean, like, you're just incredible at this, Gina. I'm so impressed. So are you, Karen. But like you said, you know, and I think that's the beauty of it. I literally struggled to send an email prior to this, so it had to be that simple that even my 12-year-old daughter could do. And I did find it that simple. It was a new skill. It did take me time to learn, but it is literally press play and follow. So, you know, really you can't go wrong as long, you know, just as long. So I found, in answer to your question, I do apologize, I do talk around the bushes. In comparison to many other things I've done, I found this so easy in comparison.
When you joined, did you find that you had a great supportive community?
One of the reasons why I joined, as you can tell, I mean, I think life is very precious, very short. We have to make the most of it, and there is enough negative people out there in the world to make you feel like rubbish on a daily basis. So for me, coming across our community, and I think there's 48,000 of us now, and us, you know, we live close together, but we're still online as well. But for me, that was one of the best things about it. Yes, the money is amazing, but the fact that I'm constantly having support, or there's upliftment, or there's training, there's support 24 hours a day.
Yeah, that's fantastic, isn't it? You know, when you think the training's updated regular as well, like it has just been.
Yeah.
Which
you always constantly got to keep watching it, haven't you? Because it's constantly updated.
And the community is fantastic. It doesn't matter what age, as it just proves, you can do it because you've always got support there. If you've got a question, ask the community.
Yeah. So were you skeptical at all about joining the business?
Yes.
And
the reason,
like, were you straight in when you like first found it, or did you like step back and watch for a bit? That's a lot of people saying, it depends.
Yeah, I became like an FBI agent. So when I first came across it, I was like, oh my gosh, because obviously we've got a free training workshop that you can watch. And you watch that, and like you've just said, Karen, you know, there are people from as young as 18 who's a gymnastic, and then you've got grandmas like Debbie, who's, you know, I think Debbie's 68 now, who's earning a 6-figure income, and so many different backgrounds. So when you watch the workshop, I was like, oh my gosh, you know what, if they can do it, I can do it. But at the same time, I was a bit, this seems too good to be true. So I did my FBI work, as we all do. And then I did jump straight in, because one of the things that we offer with the website is through a completely 100% secure, I think it's called SLL or whatever, payment service. So by people watching our workshop, which is free, and then if they do buy our program, which is only $149, they can get a refund. I mean, it's just stupid. I don't want to sound rude, but if it's something that you're looking for to work online, it would be silly not to, because
if you've got 30 days to check it all out, and if it's not for you, then you can literally get your money back.
Which was what I planned to do. So I planned to jump in, check it all out, steal all the training, and then get my money. But when I took that, you know, that jump, I was like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing I've ever found. And I just loved the whole process of how it worked, the community, what we have, and I was just like, I have to do this. This is going to be you know, some people come into this to make money very quickly. For me, it was like, this is going to be my not retirement plan. It was going to be my plan B, because I do a lot with my book. I do public speaking. I've got 2 children. It was that 90% automated bit that did it, because I just thought, you know what, I can fit that round. And the beauty of it is although it was my plan B, it's actually now my plan A, because things have changed recently in the world, where there is no job security were probably facing one of the most difficult times, where they are now forcing people to work online. So I you know, it's been the best thing that's ever happened to me. But more importantly, everyone is going to be forced to go online one way or another. And I think it's essential that everybody that wants to earn a decent income learns the skills, and that's exactly what we do in this business.
So if you had a single message to say to people that were looking online, why would they join this business? What would you say to them?
Well, first of all, I'd say, because we're awesome. I'm only joking, everybody. No, seriously, what I would say is jump on and have a look, because, you know, I think Bill Gates said it. If you've got a business and it's not online, you don't have a business.
Yeah.
Whether we like it or not, now more people are online than they are watching the television. Over 70% of the population check their phone, social media first thing, and emails as soon as they open their eyes, before they even go to the toilet. So the point I'm trying to get across is that that's not going to change, and job security is no longer there, whether we like it or not. Everything is going online, and it's essential to be aware of that. So if you register on to the website and take a look, it's going to explain to you in more detail what we're talking about, and how you or me, anybody for that matter, with no experience, can build a successful digital business, with the best part being that workshop's free, and if you then do opt in, refund.
Yeah.
You know, so for me, it's a no-brainer. It's like completely 100% risk-free, but it will give you, and I say this to people all the time, you know, check it out, because if anything, it's going to help you understand how many people just like us are earning an income leveraging the internet. And it, you know, you don't have to be someone that wants to earn £100,000 a week. You might just want to earn a, you know, a top-up income or whatever it might be, but it will show you how and why exactly people are doing that. Because I used to see all these people making loads of money online and traveling the world, and I'd be like, how are they doing it? What's the secret? And now, of course, we know what the secret is. You know, it's what we do. So yeah, nothing to lose by checking it out.
If, like, this is something totally different now.
Yeah.
So out of your bucket list.
Yes.
Now, I know it's in difficulty because we're in lockdown still.
Yeah.
But what one thing would you really love to go and do now?
Right. Is this like a big dream thing or a little dream thing?
Yeah, either.
Do both. Yeah, do both. What if we weren't in a situation? What would you be doing? Like, what would you want to do now? And like, do a little one where it's like what you probably could do.
Okay. So one of the first things I'm going to do is go and get my nails done and have a pedicure. Yes, yours looks so much better than mine, G. And I think I'm going to push forward one of, I've actually because I live in the moment. I'm ticking off my bucket list every day, because I had a car crash years ago. I nearly died. For me, every day is a gift. So I've done most things on my bucket list. I've got one thing left to do, which I was going to wait another 5 years, but I think I'm going to do it next year, and that's going to Machu Picchu in Peru.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I really want to do that. And of course, I've already hugged all my family, because we're bubbling now. You know, you're allowed to bubble with another house, aren't you?
See, to me,
it's hard.
It's hard because our family's Welsh.
In Wales, so it's different regulations, so we can't see our.
So mine would be to go and see Mum, Nan.
Yeah, because
I was about to ask you, because that would have been my, when you asked that of course would have been my first answer. You know, but my mum lives literally a mile away, so I've been belly dancing in front of her house and all sorts of stuff for weeks. And then when they said a few days ago, I got to see my mum at the weekend, because they said you were allowed to bubble with one other house. So yeah, but that of course would have been the first thing. What about you guys? So I know it would be to go and see the family. What, any big ones?
I'm not sure.
Ours is just, we found it really good to spend time together.
Yeah,
it's
like obviously lockdown is like probably the worst thing that could have happened, obviously, especially for the economy and stuff. But you got to sort of take it from a different perspective and think, well, we wouldn't have been able to spend as much time as we have now with everyone at home, because everyone's always in and out the door. We're all in uni. Me and my brother and my sisters is left uni. Mum's always working. Dad's on like different patterns, so we would have never been able to spend as much time as we have now. So that's been a bonus out of the sort of like silver lining. I don't know, I've just got like dreams of sort of passing out of uni in the next 3 years, well 2 years now it will be. But yeah, what about you?
Mine's just really, it's been great because for over the years it's been really, really hard. I was like you, brought up in industry where it wasn't a job for us, because I went into after the milk round,
yeah,
we went into the hospitality, which it's not a job.
Which is
sounds like me, that.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Yeah.
So to me, like being at home, out of all the years, this is the first time I've actually been a housewife, a house mother, you know, and it's like brilliant.
Yeah, because owning like a pub hospitality was amazing, and the people we used to always see, and they would come out of family, everybody would come in. But then it was like, when I think back now, we probably never really sat down just as a family to have a meal, because my mum was always like working, dad was working, my nan and granddad were working, so it was never always like a family time, even though we were always together every day. So that was probably one of the best things that that come out of like this, is being able to spend a lot more time together. Yeah.
It's so amazing, isn't it? I think it's now a time where people are putting things into perspective. Us as, you know, having digital businesses, it's just got busier, and I think that's because people are starting to reconsider what they want to do with their lives. And I'm not saying that this is easy by any stretch, but what I am saying, in comparison to other things, it is. And for what you can get from it in the long run, and the flexibility that it gives you, is absolutely incredible. Like you've just said, you know, when you finish uni, if you went off traveling the blooming world, you can take your business with you.
Yeah.
And like you just said, you know, as we've been in lockdown, you guys have been doing, you've had more time with your business as well. So and I think that's really important. People understand that, you know, you can build this business around full-time jobs. Not everybody comes in this and wants to quit the job straight away. Some people might like their job, and, you know, or might want to work their job until they replace their income in this and then quit the job. I mean, I just do this from home, and Gina is at the moment. Karen, you're still working a bit, aren't you, at the moment?
Not yet, no, because obviously with
fantastic.
With her being in retail, obviously the shops all closed, so she was in lockdown sort of with my brother and me and my sister, so well, except my brother and my dad were working.
But it puts things into perspective. As horrific a time as it has been, it really, the heartbreaking thing of seeing, and that's been a challenge for me, is so many businesses shut down, so many people being made redundant, so many people not having a job even to go back to, and yet we are at our absolute busiest that we've ever been, and that's not going to change for us, because we're just growing so quickly, because it can be done from home.
It's been,
you know, we don't have
that, isn't it?
Yeah
that you can you can work, you know, like we can be watching telly 1 minute, we have a text through, and all of a sudden we're on the, and that's business sorted, which is great, because it does mean that
like you switch off, it's like it's still running.
I know. I think that was my favorite thing about it, is when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh, I was trying to explain this to someone in one of the previous businesses I worked in, where I had to go meet people for cups of coffees and have a meeting, and I would do what was called a one-to-one, and then I would invite them to a business presentation, and then I would invite them to a product launch, and then I would, and in between all that, there was all this toing and throwing, and that could sometimes take a month and 30 hours of my time. Now when I wake up in the morning and we have what we've got, like 20 people have looked at our business overnight. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I couldn't physically do that in a month. with that other business. They've been through the process, so they've had a look at what it's all about. They're getting followed up for us. Everything's being done for us. It's like, this is that's why I like it so much in comparison, because the other thing is people get to check it out, and if it's not for them, it's not for them.
Yeah,
whereas a lot,
it's their decision.
Yeah, no pushy sales. I mean, you can't ask for more than that, and that's what I really love. And also, obviously, I clearly love talking to you guys all the time as well.
Yeah.
Oh, but no, that's great.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. We could just sit here and talk for hours, couldn't we?
Yeah, so best cut it off before it's like 2 hours long.
Yeah, we'll start the interview now, guys. But listen, if you are watching this interview, around here somewhere will be Karen and Gina's link. You need to click on it and come and watch us, guys. And check it all out. There's nothing to lose.
Yeah, nothing to lose.
Brilliant. All right, thank you so much for having me on, guys.
Thank you, Irene.
Thank you for this interview.
Sending you so much love, and I'll catch you again soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.